Hey guys, this is Anon. Today I've got some nice Leopard prototype ace gameplay. Kind of a nice slow burn game, which is how I feel this tank is played. Um, I have quite the saga with the Leopard prototype. I went through my original 110 games or so with it, and was ranked number 10 in Star 1, so I decided to retire it and just take my nice stats without realizing that I never had actually aced it. So I recently bought it back just because I'm kind of in search of getting all or acing every tank, and then this game actually happened on the second game buying it back. So I actually lag out here a little bit at the beginning. My ping is good, but I think I had some weird server lag or something out. That's why I started to roll up the hill, but instead finally get control again in a tier 10 match on Canal. Luckily the team calls to go to this good corner, but they're all pretty slow because I'm the only medium in the corner right now, so I'm taking it nice and slow. I don't want to walk out and get obliterated. Instead, we can start to spot stuff like this E75 coming in behind me, so I decided to spin around because I know the camo on this tank is so fantastic. I might be able to sneak a few shots in. The other E75 shows up instead, so I can take that shot and back up and still not be spotted because of that great camo rating. So I'm just trying to look for some sneaky shots here at the beginning, hit his tracks, but the accuracy on this gun is really fantastic. It doesn't have that gun depression that the Leo 1 has, but you can still really utilize it here at Tier 9. Got a nice engine fire there. Unfortunately, it doesn't last. Now the team's starting to spot most of red in there. I can see that they're actually in between the hills in between here, and that our Jagdpanzer has walked out a little bit too far. So I'm going to try and get over and save him. I know at this point I'm probably not going to be able to save him because they have so many mediums on red, but I'm going to try nonetheless without taking too much damage to do it. I could run out and ram this 140 or something and prolong him a little bit, but there's no reason to do that because he dies so fast. So now I'm kind of slow playing it here again. I don't have armor, don't have and still not even armor on the turret, so I can't just peek-a-boom too much here and expose myself. I'm letting the team kind of catch up to me. So instead I'm just picking my shots. Luckily red isn't being super aggressive here because they just roll right over me, and I'm trying to let the team catch up a little bit, which is working pretty well so far. I'm shooting some heat. I'm getting a few RNG bounces in here, but it's okay because I really need the team to catch up instead, or red to get frustrated and move away. You find that happening a lot when a team is playing fairly passively. If they're not getting good impact, sometimes they'll turn around and focus on something else, which is what they start to do. They see our IS-8 out there exposed and decide to take him on instead, so I'm working on the E5 instead. Just kind of keeping an eye on all the tanks as they roll back. I'm moving up here trying to just find some Coppola or some tumor shots in the E5. I like that they yell at me to run, but I don't know where everybody is yet, so I don't want to overcommit. Now this E5 turns around, and now he doesn't have the protection from the rest of his team, so it allows me to come over and get him. The Leo's a fairly good circling tank, but you really want him to be isolated because you just don't have that armor. So I'm trying to do it to tanks that are individual. So we get the E5 and I can instantly see the Jag is now isolated. So I want to kind of rush over, and I'm instantly getting big eyes thinking I can just circle him real quick. But as soon as I come around the corner, I see the E75 across the ravine here, and he gets a shot on me. The Jag, I see he's now fighting the E75, so I'm hoping he rolls forward enough to protect me from the E75, but since he backs up, instead I decide to use the Jag to protect myself from the E75 shots. I zoom here, I'm trying to get the E75 instead, but when I realize I can't do that, I just keep the Jag between me and that E75. So it keeps me protected. Now I've got cover, so I can peek-a-boom and take out that E75. So like I said, even though the Leo's a really, really fast tank, I'm very much been slow playing this entire map, kind of this entire game, letting the battle come to us, and not overreaching because I just don't have that armor to brawl with. So now we've just got the one tank left and can kind of come rushing in for him. Because we're up a couple tanks now. There at the beginning, if you'd played it like a brawl lane medium and rolled out trying to save our Yaguru, I would have just been destroyed and we'd have been down several tanks. So I like the slow play on this game. I think it's a good example of the PTA, but still without sniping it. And pretty happy to finally get my ace in this tank. So thanks a lot, and enjoy the battle.